Hey guys, Desolator Magic here, and this is basically part 2 of my creepy Halloween stories. If you didn't catch part 1, part 2 is not gonna make as much sense, so you might want to watch them in order. Otherwise, here is the remainder of the recording of part 2. So that was like 1.5 stories. Story number 2, or whatever we're on now, happened at my work where I did like some 3D modeling for them. I did some IT work. I did printing and graphics, layout, website design, whole bunch of other stuff for them. I just was like the guy who did everything. So once in a while, I was stuck there doing some late night maintenance, late night work, getting a project done, doing something with the computers that could only be done at night when everybody was off, and I was there alone. Now I gotta throw this one story in. Another night, I was there with one of my assistants at my shop because he was kind of into IT, and I'm like, hey, you want to see like some real corporate IT projects and work and stuff? He's like, yeah, cool, and he mostly just wanted to see where I worked. This place was like 70 or 80 years old. It was like a 1 to 200 person company, pretty big, multiple buildings, huge lot. Oh, and completely agreed on by everybody who works there, totally haunted as balls. Some seriously weird crap has happened there, according to everybody else. So, you guys know who this was actually. It was Fireman. So, Fireman thought it would be hilarious to, jump out at me. Not a good idea, FYI. Now, this was in a super dark hallway that was only lit up by like the red LEDs and the exit sign being like reflected off the paint 50 times, so it was dark. Jumped out at me. I had my flashlight in my hand in case I had to go somewhere really dark, but it wasn't actually on. And by flashlight, I mean flashlight taser, which you guys have seen on the channel before, probably. Now, it wasn't in tase mode, which he's lucky about it, but, I definitely stabbed him with it. I mean, he was bleeding pretty good. So it basically has like glass breaker tips on it because it's like 6 terminals, 3 positive, 3 negative for the taser. They're like ultra hardened steel or something. And yeah, he took him straight to the chest at like a lot of miles per hour. So that wasn't even paranormal. That was just Fireman being an idiot. Everybody who knows me knows you do not surprise me because the first thing I do is punch. Okay, I'm a kickboxer. I can't even control it. You shock me, you're getting punched. I have destroyed windows. I have destroyed door frames. I have destroyed doors. I punch. It's what I do. Anyway, I was there doing nighttime maintenance by myself, and that's always fun because it's creepy as hell. And I don't like running around turning the lights on and off and on and off and on and off. I can see in the dark exceptionally well, so I just walk around in the dark because, whatever. So I'm there and sitting in my cubicle. All of a sudden, I get a phone call, and it says it's coming in from this guy named Mike. He's a couple rooms over, and I'm like, oh, apparently Mike's here. That's weird because I already checked the parking lot, and no lights are on, whatever. He must have just came in, and he does late night work. It made sense. So I answer it. It's just kind of like buzzy, static. Just basically like an open line with a little bit of interference. Just like normal, like if you just picked up the phone and listened to it. And I'm like, okay, that's weird. Why would he call me? I don't know. So I walked out there. All the lights are off. He's not there. Nobody's there. Nobody's in the parking lot. I got a call from nobody. So now this isn't like, oh, I thought I saw something. Oh, I saw a light. I thought I heard a sound. No, this is like I got a call. Like it was in the log. I didn't hallucinate it. I got a phone call. Now, I talked to my boss, and she said the exact same thing happened to her a year ago. She was working at night, and she's the one who told me the place is just haunted as hell and some weird crap has gone on. And she said, yeah, she got a call from one of the salesman's cubicles, and they weren't really there. Now, our phone system's from 1994, okay? So I'd be more surprised if I didn't get a call from somebody who wasn't really there on that piece of crap. In fact, right before I quit, right after I quit, they replaced it. However, I will say that it never was reported to be happening during the day, not even one time, and I would be the one to hear about it, and I was there for 4.5 years. So why the heck are we getting ghost calls only at night and only when we're alone? So I think it was the same day, or like, it was sometime soon at the very least. I had to do something in the server room, and this is actually kind of funny. We have to leave a phone in the server room directly connected to like the main patch panel thingy for the phones. I kind of suck at analog systems and networking in general, by the way. But it was like a dummy extension that nobody really knew existed. It wasn't listed anywhere. And we used it to hold open line 8. Why did we use it to hold open line 8, aka the ghost line as I nicknamed it? Because line 8 has been ringing for 8 years. Approximately. It's been ringing ever since I worked there, that's for damn sure. Basically, the place got struck by lightning or lightning struck nearby, which always destroys our phone system, always causes havoc, always blows out computers, always damages our power supplies. No surprise there. But yeah, it just caused line 8 to be ringing forever. And there's nothing like our phone provider could do because it was actually like on our side. It was like the digital phone interpreter or like the analog switching unit that controlled voicemail. Basically, that was ringing and there was no way to pull the card without killing line 7. So we had to leave a phone with line 8 answered and off the hook at all times. And every time we lost power, somebody would get there at like 7 in the morning and it would be ringing. They'd answer it and they'd have to just find a phone and leave it open until I got to the server room and then jumped on the line with the dummy phone. So nobody knows about that phone, really. Nobody knew the extension, and it had a voicemail. Like the little red light was blinking, and it said voicemail 001. I'm thinking, okay, that's weird. Somebody must have forwarded a voicemail or put a customer into the voicemail. I dialed into the voicemail on it and just put in 0000, which is a default pin. It rejected it, said it was wrong, so then I went and logged into the configuration program that runs all of the voicemails. It said it was in fact 0000, so I reset it again and then went back, plugged it in. It took it this time, and then things got a little bit weird. I can't really show you the clip for privacy reasons, but I've got the audio, so I'll just play that for you. Oh, FYI, the server room is loud as hell. Couple fans running in there. Well, I have a really bad feeling about this, but we'll see.
Enter password. Just a few reminders before getting started.
What?
If at any time you are not sure what to do, simply wait. After a short time, the system will help you out.
I have never in my life heard this.
Entering one or more keystrokes before the voice prompt ends. As you become more familiar with the system, you will probably do this.
This is
Unless
weird.
otherwise told, you can always use the star key to repeat instructions and the pound key to take you back to the previous menu. Remember, star to repeat and pound to go back. Also, the 9 key is used to hang up and disconnect. If you hang up without pressing 9, don't worry, nothing will be lost. To personalize your mailbox, you'll be asked to record your name, a greeting, and a password.
I guess nobody ever set it up. I've never heard this recording in my life.
Get started now. Press 1. To disconnect, press 9. The following name has already been recorded.
Now, obviously, I bleeped her first and last name, but it was a woman's name, and it was a man saying it. I mean, the way we configure our voicemails, you say your own name. You do your own recording. It didn't make sense. Oh, and I'll get back to the name in a second, because that gets even worse.
To leave
Who the
mailbox
heck is
name
that?
as recorded, press pound. To record a new name, mailbox name will not be changed.
All right.
Following greeting has already been recorded.
They don't work here. I don't know who
Hi,
that
this
is.
is Nancy. I'm sorry I missed your call.
Who is Nancy?
Number, and I will get back to you as soon as I can. Thank you very much, and have a great day.
Well, Nance, you got a voicemail.
Today's greeting is recorded. Press pound. Mailbox greeting will not be changed. Current password is
Wait.
000.
Hey, first of all, why are they telling me that?
The password
Secondly,
active.
obviously this has been set up
Same
before.
password, enter new number followed by pound. New password is 000.
I have no idea what's going on.
Press pound to confirm or star to cancel.
Wasn't even haunted. This thing's just a piece of crap.
Send.
Oh my god, I forgot about that end part. Yeah, I apparently shared the same opinion then that I did now. But in case you didn't follow the logic, it already had a greeting. It already had a recorded message. For somebody I've never heard of, and at that point I had been working there for about 4 years. Oh, FYI, the boss who had been working there for 30 years has never heard of somebody named Nancy. Okay, nobody named Nancy has ever worked at the company ever. But that was right after the voicemail system put me through the initial setup prompt, and then it was already set up, and then I couldn't access the voicemail. Also, it kept saying incorrect PIN and this stuff, and then I reset it, but I verified with the control program it already was reset. It was just the weirdest damn thing I've ever seen. It was really weird, though, because it was just, like, chaotic. It was like talking to a, like, broken, haunted robot or something. Oh, or if you've ever called eBay support, very similar. Similar level of logical responses, that was for sure. So that was really weird. But later that exact same day, and I know that was the same day because this was the weirdest night ever, I ended up just leaving. Like, I didn't even finish the work. I just left. I was out in the main cubicle area where most of the employees are, whole bunch of cubes, whole bunch of everything. And we had this special type of like tile that was like raised. I can't really describe it, but it makes a very loud, very specific sound when you roll a chair across it. So everything was perfectly silent, perfectly still, no AC kicking on and off, no furnace, none of that, all the stuff where you might think, okay, cause an object to move. And I'm working way over on the other side and like completely diagonal from me. And believe it or not, this was the cubicle next to the guy whose phone called me. I hear clear as day the chair goes rolling across. I'm like, holy crap, I've been here for like 35 minutes and I didn't realize there was somebody else in here. So I walk over, I'm going to be like, oh, hey, I'm doing maintenance, because I don't know if they knew I was there because I wasn't playing music. I wasn't, doing the stuff I usually do. So I just kind of, walked in there and started doing maintenance on somebody's computer. So that we don't both freak each other out, I thought I'd just go be like, hey, I'm here, what's up? And I wanted to see who it was too. But no, that chair went rolling across that surface on its own. And those chairs are heavy. I mean, they're office chairs, big 5-wheel. They don't just move. Oh, and the floor is perfectly level as well. So I have no idea, but the chair was still moving. So it wasn't like, oh, I heard something. No, the chair was still moving just a little bit. It was kind of like rocking back and forth or just a little bit of residual movement. Now, they didn't have a desk fan on. They didn't have like a subwoofer. They didn't have a heater. There's just nothing that could have moved that. There's no way. The only thing I could think of is somehow it was like lodged under the desk with like one arm, and then it was slowly slipping, but it took like 3 hours or something. So now it was nighttime and it finally let go, and then it had enough energy from like the elasticity of the plastic and the padding to move a little bit. It sounded to me like that should have moved a good 3 or 4 feet though. I mean, it was a long roll. And yeah, after working there for like 4 years, I knew what a chair sounded like on our very custom floor. So that was really, really, really weird, but at least like explainable. Oh, and I got to throw this one in at the end. As much as we all hate working there at night, whenever we got to be there, especially like the upper level management, and all the creepy sounds and like lights and stuff that they've all seen. Some people were on edge, but even the most legit people who didn't believe any of that crap, they were on edge because we got broken into twice, and one of the times that somebody broke in and stole our cash box and got into the safe because our employees are stupid and careless, they broke in while I was there doing nighttime maintenance, but I was in the other building upstairs. And this was before Wisconsin even allowed concealed carry permits, and even though I was working there alone, I didn't own a gun. I could have open carried it, or hey, private property, I could conceal carry it if I wanted. I think. I don't know. I don't care. But yeah, if I heard a noise or something, or a door open, or like some kind of weird ghost car, or I don't know, like it's like, would I rather it be a robber, or would I rather it be some kind of weird ghost or something? In fact, I'll ask you guys, if you were working late at a building and you were all by yourself and you heard a noise, would you prefer it to be an actual person like breaking in with a weapon and robbing the place, or some kind of ghastly apparition? Kind of a no-win situation, although now that I carry a gun, I wonder which one I'd prefer. Dude, if somebody comes at me with a weapon or points a gun at me, that's the last mistake they'll ever make, because with zero hesitation, I'll put a couple bullets in their head. And I go to the gun range regularly. Trust me, if they're within 25 yards of me, they're getting a headshot. So yeah, your confidence level working at night goes up a little bit when you get a concealed carry permit. Can't really shoot a ghost though, although I don't really believe in ghosts specifically. I don't want to go way into like what I actually believe, because this video is long enough. But still, I mean, glasses come flying off the wall without any kind of explanation, hit me square in the back, and, chairs have gone rolling. Oh, and the ghost phone calls and the weird voicemail that we were never able to recover, by the way, and was gone the next morning. That's even weirder. Yeah, the voicemail just deleted itself. Very strange. Oh, and I was just watching the footage that I actually recorded that night on the camera, and no, I'm not going to upload it because I guarantee I'll miss something with my business, or my old former employer's name on it. But, my camera battery was dying, so I set it on my mouse pad, okay? On my mouse pad. I know I did it. Walked outside, got the charger, plugged it in, came back, it's gone. My camera's gone. I'm like, what the hell? Nobody else is here. Okay, look around, go in the server room, see if I left it in there, come back out, it's back on my mouse pad, okay? Like, how the hell do you explain that? That's like some David Blaine crap right there. Like, oh, now the object's gone and now it's back. Poof, woo. So yeah, some pretty weird stuff has happened to me. Some of it has, real world explanations that are somewhat reasonable, though unlikely. And that just, whatever, unlikely stuff happens all the time. I can accept that. The chair goes rolling, potential kinetic energy on the chair's spring compressed by the slightly slippery, armrest. It makes sense, whatever. Our phone system was a piece of crap. Okay, but how the hell did I get hit by that glass? I mean, I don't get it. That one has no explanation just because of the simple physics of it. So those are my creepy stories for Halloween. Hopefully you guys can sleep tonight, and I'll see you guys next video.